Yo, what's going on, guys? GZTV. Welcome back to another video. Hold on one second. Okay, it's kind of echoey. Hold on. Yep, we're good. Alright, GZTV back with another video, and today we're going to start a series on this channel where we review Frank Ocean albums. We already listened to Blonde, obviously, on the channel earlier this year. Now we're going to listen to Channel Orange. We're going to do Nostalgia Ultra and Endless, and that will end the series. But yeah, we're just going to review Channel Orange, discuss what it's about. That might take most of the video, but yeah. About it, frustrated that Def Jam refused to release his own solo material, Frank Ocean released his critically and commercially acclaimed debut mixtape Nostalgia Ultra for free on his Tumblr page. After the label realized they had missed out on a major financial opportunity, they made a deal with Ocean and allowed him to record a full-length studio album, and he was given full creative control. Writing for Channel Orange began in February 2011 after Ocean paired with his friend Melee in preparation for recording. Unlike the material on Nostalgia Ultra, Channel Orange's lyrics reflect Ocean's personal experiences as well as fusing his imagination and film references. The album also notably featured the point of view of homosexual love, and music outlets began to theorize as to why this could be. As a response, Ocean uploaded his now famous and personal statement revealing his own homosexual feelings. Once the written material was completed for the album, Ocean began to record at East West Studios as well as an array of other locations scattered around the Southern California area and partially in Manhattan. Compared to its predecessor, Channel Orange had a very different sound, which incorporated older R&B styles similar to artists like Marvin Gaye and Sly and the Family Stone. Producer Melee played most of the instruments on the album, with some other artists like Andre 3000 and John Mayer filling in, showing another stark difference between the album and the mixtape, as the latter focused more on the use of samples. For other vocal performances and features, Ocean brought in his Odd Future associates Earl Sweatshirt and Tyler, the Creator. In July 2012, Ocean announced a tour that would support the release of the album, which ultimately sold out in just over a month. Released 1 week prior than its scheduled date, Channel Orange was met with immediate critical and commercial acclaim. Critics praised the album for its lyrical subject matter, and others praised it for its instrumentation. By the end of the year, Channel Orange was named the best album of the year by numerous music outlets, and in 2013, Ocean was nominated for 4 Grammy Awards and brought one back home. Despite Channel Orange being a relatively new release, many major music sources have listed the album as one of the greatest releases of all time, placing high on lists from Rolling Stone magazine and NME. Yeah, that's going to take most of the video. First track is called Start. Every track on Channel Orange is a different program on our journey with Frank, who is channel surfing through his memories, and the intro features the TV and PlayStation being turned on. Next song is Thinking About You. Think About You is the first single on Channel Orange. Frank originally wrote it for Bridget Kelly, but after his reference track leaked, he recorded a higher quality version and put it out. Frank tries to act tough when reflecting back on a past relationship, but it ultimately reveals he still has strong feelings for his ex-lover and wonders if they have been able to move on or feel the same way he does. The track was performed on Saturday Night Live and was also nominated for Record of the Year in the 2012 Grammys. Next is Fertilizer. If this would load, okay. A short cover of the song Fertilizer by James Fauntleroy. That's it. Next is Sierra Leone. In Sierra Leone, Frank talks to a fictional younger version of himself who fooled around and got a girl pregnant. He uses the extended metaphor Sierra Leone's pink skies to refer to the girl's vagina and womb, all the while discussing maturing in the face of impending parenthood. Whilst he's an aloof and irresponsible teenager at the start of the track, he's a seemingly responsible father figure by the close. Though the story is fictional, this kind of emotional maturity holds special weight for Frank. His own father left his family when he was 5 years old, leaving him without this kind of upbringing. The spoken and sung call and response may be a homage to Marvin Gaye's 1971 track Save the Children. Up next, we have Sweet Life. The fifth track off Frank Ocean's full-length debut, Channel Orange, Sweet Life provides a reflective look into the effects of wealth. In the song, Frank explores the idea of how money and wealth numbs people to the problems of the outside world. Frank ironically asks, why see the world when you got the beach? To challenge those who live in excess to escape their bubble and acknowledge the struggles of people less fortunate than them. Next is Not Just Money. This is actually just one of Frank's friend's mom's, Rosie Watson, scolding him. The homie recorded it because it's just too damn funny and gave it to Frank to use on the album. Apparently, the people at Def Jam thought it was a serious paid actress. Rosie Watson would reprise her role as a scolding mother on Ocean's second album, Blonde, appearing on the track Be Yourself. That's interesting because I could never figure out who that was. This skit is fittingly followed by Super Rich Kids, a song about wasting money, partying, etc. Speaking of which, the next song, Super Rich Kids, like I said, let's see here. Continuing a major theme on the album, Frank evokes the luxe and glamours like no other, like Sweet Life and Lost. Only Super Rich Kids is a bit more harrowing. There's something sad, something hopeless about how Frank sings It's Good Times. The song elaborates on how a life full of material worth can never fulfill someone like love and happiness can. In the final verse, the character Frank is embodying fails or jumps from the roof he started his day on. Frank showcases the dynamics of his voice throughout this track. Note the transition from the first chorus to the first verse. It almost sounds like two different people singing. He got the inspiration for this track from the movie Traffic by Steven Soderbergh, as he confirmed in an interview for GQ magazine. The song also plays over the end credits of Sofia Coppola's movie The Bling Ring, reportedly at the suggestion of Coppola's friend Kanye West. Interesting. Next song is Pilot Jones. It's track 8 off Frank Ocean's 2012 Channel Orange album. He discusses the topic of first love and compares it with a drug by using the double entendre Pilot Jones. It's because the pilot is one who drives or steers, likening how lovers are jonesing or craving each other to a pilot that is driving them towards each other. Alternatively, a pilot episode is the first in any line of a TV series, hitting at this being a first love. Further adding to this extended metaphor is that the first love he discusses in the song may or may not smoke frequently, so he could be using drugs as an easy comparison to the love that they share. I might have to make this a 15-minute video, but anyways, next song is called Crack Rock. Ninth track of Channel Orange, Ocean speaks about a man overcome by an addiction to crack cocaine and comments on the issues of the so-called war on drugs in America. Let's see. Fun fact: in an interview, Ocean stated the reason it's sung with a little bit of fracture breathiness is because that's how a smoker would sing it. Crack rock, of course, can literally mean that the man is a user of, but also the word crack can be like a cracked rock, which can be interpreted in the split of this man with his life. He has lost everything, he is now alone. The crack has come between him and his family and just his life in general. Next song is Pyramids. I love this song. This is Frank Ocean's near 10-minute long tale of the ancient history of the black woman and her gradual decline from a queen in her homeland to her now degrading role in the Western Hemisphere. She's no longer revered, but used and abused by men who would have died to protect her honor many centuries ago. The song makes reference to the historical Cleopatra, who brought dishonor to her country by becoming Mark Antony's mistress. Mark Antony was a conqueror who wanted Egypt as Roman territory, which is now how they cross paths. It's a little history lesson. In the Ocean song, he narrates a similar happening with him and his woman. Now that she became a traitor and left him for the enemy, her decision has backfired on her because she is not an entity of glory and honor anymore, but of dishonor. She's reduced to a common stripper who is now taking care of her man who has no job. It's almost as if the king is paying her back for what she did, because the narrator speaks of his woman stripping to keep a brother's bills paid, I guess you could say. But there is still some kind of unhealthy love and devotion to one another because they still stay together and are a couple asked to speak, so to speak. This song is literally a historical account of the black man and woman in America and our slow fall from grace, from gods to dogs, symbolically. That's what Genius has to say. Next is Lost. Lost is the fourth single from Frank Ocean's critically acclaimed debut studio album, Channel Orange. The protagonist in the song is a drug supplier who uses his girlfriend as a drug mule. His lover gets lost in the intensity of the jet-setting lifestyle of drug trafficking and subsequent money and lavish gifts that come along with it. He believes that one day she will live a normal life away from this criminal lifestyle, but it must come after one last smuggle, which leads to another one last smuggle. Kind of an addiction. Next song is called White. This cut from Channel Orange is a relaxed instrumental version of Frank's song White from the Odd Future Tapes Volume 2. The song features a guitar solo from John Mayer, who also solos on Pyramids and went on to collaborate with Ocean on Wildfire. The collaboration was anticipated by a picture posted on Frank's Instagram taken in Montana. Next song is Monks. Frank discusses the relationship he had with a female group he had met on tour. He continuously compares the audience at his tours to Buddhist monks and their spiritual idol, Dalai Lama. Next is Bad Religion. This is a very interesting track. Frank Ocean initiates a makeshift therapy session in the backseat of a cab on the sorrowful track. The night Channel Orange was released on iTunes, Frank premiered this song on Jimmy Fallon. The performance and song were so well received that Frank Ocean became a household name virtually overnight, which is insane. I love that. Next song is Pink Matter. This is another really good song. A play on the term gray matter, the substance that makes up the brain. Pink Matter is a meditation on the female anatomy, desire, and fantasy. The song features Outkast member Andre 3000, who also plays guitar on the track. Great verse, by the way. The song almost featured Big Boy grabbing a verse, but after discussion, Big Boy and Andre decided they couldn't do an Outkast reunion on somebody else's record. The production, like the entire album, is handled by Frank, but he got help from his friend Melee. So that's that. We got a couple more tracks to explain, and then I'm just going to talk about my thoughts. It's going to be a 15-minute video. Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is the 16th and penultimate track on Frank Ocean's debut album, Channel Orange. The song makes considerable reference to the 1994 comedy drama film Forrest Gump. What a great choice there. Frank wrote this song from the perspective of Forrest Gump's love interest, Jenny. The song serves as a metaphor for the feelings Frank still harbors for his first love, the man he wrote about in his Tumblr post. Next song is End. This is the final song. End serves as the closer to Channel Orange on streaming services. The physical release of the album would have Golden Girl featuring Tyler, the Creator instead. We're not going to go over that because we only go over the Apple version. End features the unreleased song Voodoo that Frank posted on his Tumblr page in early 2012 before the release of Channel Orange. The song plays during conversation, pouring rain, and car chimes of Frank's BMW Exodus that he had owned at the time. Wow, that was a mouthful. We're finally done explaining the album. Now we're going to get into my thoughts. Man, I was really impressed by this album. Should I be impressed? And by the way, over here we got Blonde. I had to display it for the one time for the video. We're going to keep it up for this whole Frank Ocean series. I think it's going to be interesting. Great album. Sonically, I think Blonde is better, but conceptually, Channel Orange is genius. Man, he was a genius on this one. Shout out to Frank Ocean. This is a piece of art, and, he doesn't have a star-studded track list. He wants to go at this solo. He's a very respectable artist, and he's been like that throughout his career. And the features he chose were amazing. John Mayer, Melee, obviously on production, that's his homie. You gotta show love to the homies. Andre 3K at Outkast, that's awesome. Those are awesome features to have on a record like this. Let's just talk about the concepts. Pyramids, you're giving us a history lesson, and you're comparing the black woman, or the colored woman at that, back then to now. I think that is a very interesting comparison. I think that is really cool. It kind of shows how, even after slavery was resolved, how the African American race has gone downhill. It's only gone downhill. I think that's very interesting. The taxi driver, the therapy session, I thought that was awesome. The bad religion, feeling like Frank Ocean acts like being gay is a cult, and back then in the hip hop industry, being homosexual was very unacceptable, very unethical. A lot of Christians think it's a sin, which if you read the Bible, it is not a sin. So you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. A lot of gay superstars are rising. Lil Nas X, obviously after Frank Ocean got comfortable, Tyler, the Creator, got comfortable with his sexuality. Kevin Abstract, all sorts of these LGBTQ plus artists that are just making waves, and a major part of it is because of Frank Ocean. A lot of these guys wouldn't be comfortable if it wasn't for Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is a man for this. Very revolutionary. Obviously guys like Prince and Elton John obviously showed their homosexual sides in their careers. Frank Ocean is absolutely amazing. My highest praise. I want to get this on vinyl. The sounds of it are cool. Maybe I can listen to it a couple of times and kind of get the gist of it. But, the concepts are genius. It's almost like I don't even know. It's almost like an essay. It's almost like he's arguing some different stuff to us. Pink matter was cool. I think that was a cool little spin-off of gray matter in your minds, where your neurons and stuff. There's not really any thought going through there. It's just neurons and stuff. I think that was really cool idea. What else? What other tracks? Let me look at the track list here. We'll end it soon. Super Rich Kids is a bop. That's probably my favorite track on here. Thinking About You is a bop. The singles are really good. Oh yeah, I forgot about talking about the Earl Sweatshirt feature. The Earl Sweatshirt feature is genius as well. Tyler, the Creator as well. Not really a weak verse on here. Nothing like that. Monks, talking about how he goes on tour in Europe and meets a bunch of these people of different religions, kind of opening his perspective. Pretty genius in my opinion. I think this album is amazing. If you guys like Frank Ocean and you haven't listened to this, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I was doing holding this off for so long. I was gonna wait for an album of his to release, but now was the time. I'm on a big spree of reviewing albums. I think it was time. I thought it was time to get into some Frank Ocean, and that is what we did. So yeah, that is amazing. Man, Frank Ocean, that really solidifies yourself as one of the best pop, hip-hop, R&B, whatever you want to call them, artists. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that album, because man, I did as well. But anyways, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm probably going to post the Marvel Avengers gameplay later. I just gotta remind myself to make sure I don't forget. I'm hanging out with my family today, so I won't be making any more videos. But yeah, I am out. See you guys later. Have a good rest of your day. Football is on today. Make sure you watch it.